I loved when Jordan went from a slash and burner dunker and extended his game beyond 20 feet. He revolutionized the game. The fadeaway jumper before Jordan came into the game was every now and then, and it always clanked off the backward. This again, a great example. Another great example. When you invent a move that then gets replicated, but no one hit the fadeaway jumper like Jordan from 20 feet out consistently. Yeah. He invented the shot, and now everybody. I want to see that. I want to see Steph Curry play 5 years from now. I want to see Harden being playing 7 years from now, because I want to see these guys play.
I want to see Steph Curry go up for a three from 20 feet out and get knocked out. That's what I want to see, because back in the day, they wouldn't let him do what he does now. And I don't want to see. I'm just kidding. It's a joke, but it wouldn't happen. It was just the hand checking back then. You couldn't get away with it. And when they got rid of the hand checking, they changed the game.
Oh, well, Patrick Ewing would have knocked that ball out.
You can say this. You can say the same thing about NFL with receivers. If you sneeze wrong, it's pass interference.
Right,
all right. The game is that they spread the offense.
They made that rule in the 70s.
Yeah. No,
pass interference rule was developed in the 70s. It was called the Mel Blount rule.
The way they
That's what it was called, the Mel Blount rule.
The way it's called now is much different than it was in the 70s. Much different. I mean, Hayes used to have stickum all over his body, on his helmet. He cut off his finger at one point because he wanted to get back in the game.
No, that was Lott.
That was Lott. I mean, but if it was Hayes, he would have put the stickum back on his finger. My point is that everything evolves. It's an evolving game. Every sport
doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, it doesn't.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back in 2 minutes on 1070 NBC Sports. Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports, broadcasting live from our Port Charlotte studios. Mr. Showtime, the Midnight Swinger, in studio, performing at Vasani's all weekend long. For tickets, just log on to Vasani.net or call 941-629-9191 to reserve a table, because it is pasta night tonight and tomorrow as well.
The shows are going to sell out. And
of course.
And it's just you and me now, Larry.
Yeah.
Eric is gone.
No, we can bash the Pittsburgh Pirates and Penguins.
Oh, my God. Such a horrible team. And the Steelers.
No doubt. No.
I don't know if you take phone calls. I'm not sure.
206-1070.
I would love to know what. Oh, he's back. Eric's back on it. We're going to take calls asking about super teams.
Right. Because you like the fact Durant went to Golden State.
I like the fact that Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen got together in Boston. I like that.
That's three. It's now five.
No,
five
you left.
All-stars
You
as
left.
Starters. Five. They have two of the best.
See, you can't get it. You can't get a word in edgewise.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
You're telling me
again. Here we go.
The same for two teams.
I can't argue with him because he signs my paycheck on tomorrow.
Is good for basketball? You're telling me this is good for basketball?
Yes.
Now, how is this good for basketball?
Because this is what I'm thinking. It's kind of like, remember when the Yankees were buying up everybody? Yeah. You know, they had Giambi at first, superstar. They had an all-star at every single position at one point. Yet they couldn't win a World Series, and we loved it because we liked rooting against them.
Right.
It's like the evil empire.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking maybe the NBA is trying to do the same thing, and that's why I don't like Golden State, because I look at them like the evil empire,
which is fantastic because it's like when Randy Moss joined the New England Patriots, no one got mad. These are two MVPs getting together, and they set the single season season for touchdowns and points and yards, and they lost the Super Bowl.
It was awesome.
to Eli Manning and the greatest one-handed helmet catch in the history of football.
And it was awesome.
And it was great. It was great. I will tell you right now, Eric would be jumping up and down in joy if it was 3-0 Cleveland right now. He would be jumping up and down with joy.
No.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You hate Golden State so much, and you hate. Here's the thing.
Here's like the 49ers. They used to hate the 49ers.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why is it that when a player decides to jump ship to a better team, everybody goes nuts? But when a coach does it, when a coach leaves a middling franchise and goes to a juggernaut, especially in college, everybody's like going, well, that's just business. Yeah. No, it's not. He made a personal choice to be with a better team. I knew Kevin Durant was leaving OKC because Westbrook is a hog when it comes to taking 50 shots a game, and that's why they're never going to win. Carmelo Anthony forces his way out of Denver and goes to New York, where he teams up with a couple of all-stars there, and they go nowhere. Yeah. Clyde Drexler left Portland to go to Houston. They win a championship. They bring in Barkley. They lose. Right. Yeah, Kobe Bryant forced his way out.
You say I don't let you talk. Let me say something. All these teams.
I talked for literally 30 seconds.
They didn't join NBA championship teams.
And
he joined the team that beat him the year before.
The Warriors were not a championship team. They lost.
Put your headphones on.
The Warriors were not a championship team. They lost to Cleveland that year.
They won the year before.
1070 NBC Sports. You're on the air on the Larry Timko Show. How are you?
Yeah. Hey, Larry, Dr. Barry, bud, how are you?
Oh, good. How are you,
Doctor?
Doc?
When my arm does this, it hurts. What do I do?
Listen. I want to come at your guest about the super teams, okay? I'm 62 years old. I've been a sports fan for years. I'm from Akron, Ohio, and I love LeBron James. You know what? Let him go knock his head against some other team against these knuckleheads in Golden State, okay? I'm done with the heartache and the aggravation, okay? This league is crooked. If you want to enjoy this super team era of basketball, hey, bud, enjoy it, okay? When I have the GOAT on my team and the GOAT can't even get a legitimate call at the end of the first game of the series, okay? If I sound bitter, I am. It's a crooked league. I don't know what
you should be more upset with J.R. Reed than anybody else.
Smith.
J.R. Smith. You should be more upset with J.R. Smith.
That play should never have happened, okay? If the officials don't review a play that never should have been reviewed, then we wouldn't have got there. And yeah, J.R. Smith blanked out.
And you want to know something? You want something, Doctor? I don't disagree with you. It was a horrible call. I could not understand what happened. Cleveland should have won that game, but that's not the argument we're having here. Cleveland should have won that game. LeBron, right now, if he's not the best player in basketball, he is like 1A. There's no taking away his greatness. And yes, that was a horrible call, but that's not the argument we're having. Because were you a LeBron James fan when he went to Miami and joined D. Wade and Chris Bosh?
I burned his jersey, man.
So the answer is no. But you were okay when LeBron came back and brought in Kevin Love to join Kyrie Irving and loaded that team. You were okay with that, though, right, sir?
No, the super. Teams. No.
So 2015, you did not celebrate the Cavs winning the NBA championship.
Of course I did.
Okay, but that was a super team.
Of course.
Yeah, but you guys keep talking about super teams. This is more than a super team. Super team is 3 all-stars, okay? 3 of the best all-stars. That's it. They have 5. They had the best record in the history.
And they lost in the finals to Cleveland.
Of the NBA. Yep. And they brought in the dang MVP. So the last 2 MVPs in the league, they had playing on the same team. Like, it's different than this. If there's super teams, this is the superest team ever built. You know what I mean? And it's not fun to watch.
It's Justice League.
The big 3 in Celtics, this is not them. The big 3 in Miami, this is not them. You can keep talking about big 3s. This is more than that. Yeah. This is Kevin Durant selling his soul and joining the team that made him look silly the year before, and it just ruined basketball for me. Yeah. I mean, that was my favorite player in the league, and it's just terrible to watch.
Doc Barry, thanks for the call. Eric, go for it.
You know what, Eric? God bless you, the Pittsburgh Steelers fan that you are. You and I.
Just a couple of Ohio boys getting together.
Exactly.
Just some Ohio boys loving the Pittsburgh Steelers. Walking down the street, just going the terrible towel.
Let LeBron go to Golden State, guys, okay?
He's going to Philly.
And just put them all together, okay?
He's going to Philly. He's going to Philly.
Wait to see you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, Dr. Barry.
Thanks, Doctor.
For the call, man.
That was fun.
It.
Good job.
Dr. Barry Gordon, Compassionate Care of Venice. Definitely check him out for your hurting needs.
He's not wrong, though, about the horrible officiating. And I am not defending Golden State when it comes. That was a horrible officiating. Cleveland won Game 1. There's no doubt about that. But his argument was not. That wasn't what the argument was. You can be, if you're a Cleveland fan and you saw Game 1, I would be like, this league is crooked. This league is bad. It's not. I know people want to believe it is. It's not. The NBA wants a 7-game series.
We've had Tim Donaghy on the show.
Tim Donaghy. Okay, Tim Donaghy is okay. That's true. Tim Donaghy stole.
He's a great guest, by the way.
Well, yeah, he should. How he's not in jail, it just blows me away.
He got out of jail.
He should still be in jail.
Just got out. All right, we're going to take our final break. We'll come back and wrap things up with the Midnight Swinger on 1070 NBC Sports.
Talking sports.
Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports with the Midnight Swinger in studio. Fashion Ben.
He's no Terry Bradshaw.
He isn't.
Well, of course, Julian Edelman is going to be suspended for the first 4 games of the season. He's violated the PED policy.
Yeah, there's still he still has to.
But what was it?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
the report hasn't come out yet. Yeah. But who knows? He hasn't said anything. I haven't really heard anything.
No, nothing on Twitter either.
Yeah.
My hope is that it's like another thing like estrogen or something.
Well, that's
what I'm saying. He
got hurt last year, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably HGH.
Yeah, tore his ACL, was out for the year.
Is it? I heard on the radio the other day Peyton Manning actually came out and admitted that the HGH was his.
Oh, I didn't hear that. But it didn't surprise me, then. I mean, look at his forehead.
It helps you come back from injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what it is. It is.
There's going to come a time when certain drugs that are banned now are going to be used as like going, we now... Like I think that
marijuana.
Well, I think medical marijuana is definitely going to be
it's really
legalized.
Good for concussions, especially the CBD.
Right,
it helps coach your brain and it helps concussions.
I think there's an old school mentality because I was talking to a friend of mine about Mark McGwire, who I've got a chance to meet a couple times, being a St. Louis fan.
Yeah,
and about how the stuff he was taking creatine wasn't true steroids. It was a precursor. And I was like going, that's destroying the game. I go, back in the 70s, players were popping what called greenies in the locker room.
Bowls of them.
Bowls like M&Ms. I go, and you're telling me that's okay?
Yeah, it was
and
all
no one said a word about the fact that guy just take a handful, just pop in the mouth and go out and pitch 9 innings.
Yep. Yeah. See, I give all those guys a pass up until 2002 when they actually banned the substance. But creatine was an over-the-counter drug that you could buy. It wasn't banned.
Right.
All right?
Yeah. After 2002, you and I are on the same page. Yeah. But before then, you cannot destroy someone's career. But doing that was legal. Yeah. It was legal. Yeah. So you can't bash Mark McGwire. You can't bash.
He was doing it post 2002 though.
But
the big run was what mid
98 is when he broke the record.
That's when he broke the record.
Okay. Not even close.
Like, what alarms me about it a little bit is just to see the size difference, and because I lived in Pittsburgh when Barry Bonds played for them,
and he was an all-star before he went to San Francisco.
He was the best player in the league.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean. 30 home runs, 30
four-way play. Could play 5 different positions.
Should have won MVP a couple years in a row.
Yes, but they should have won the World Series a couple years.
His damn head was double the size.
Right. When he went to San Francisco.
Yeah,
like Roger Clemens was.
I just wish he never did that.
Yeah.
Because he was one of my favorite players.
Well, Roger Clemens is a Hall of Famer before he went to the Yankees and started doing this stuff. He was just trying to.
So was Barry Bonds.
Correct. Yeah. Without 100%. Totally. But they're trying to elongate the career, and they were trying to be. Barry Bonds said, admitted, he goes, I don't know why I'm not being in the same discussion as Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire as one of the greatest power hitters. And he went to San Francisco, jacked up, and became a legend. Yeah. That's why he went there.
Yep. Well, no, according to the book I read, he said it was the home run race between Sosa and McGwire, and he wasn't getting any attention.
Right.
And he's like, why are these guys blasting all these home runs? He's like, what are they doing differently? And then he figured it out. And that's when he started taking the steroids.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, it's...
But...
Yeah,
but with Clemens, though, he didn't start taking it until he went to Toronto. And who did he meet in Toronto? Jose Canseco. And that's when he started taking it.
Was he doing HGH or was he doing steroids?
Probably both.
Probably both.
He wasn't like he was getting bigger. He was just prolonging his career. You know what I mean? It was Rob Dibble who used to say that a pitcher with a big butt is going to be a stud. Because, and Clemens just wanted to elongate his career because he was getting older. He was getting having injury because he was going 5 innings, but he was usually going 8 or 9. So he was trying to elongate his career. And what he was doing when he was in Toronto, technically legal.
Yeah.
It was technically legal.
Well, a lot of players today leave the country to go do stem cell research and stuff like that because they can't do it
blood
here.
Transfusions and the mixing of the blood and the oxygen up because it's. I think there's going to come a time when Major League Sports across the board have to get out of their old school mentality and realize these are devices and procedures that are making them heal faster.
Yeah.
Making them better, making them have a longevity,
especially the NFL.
Especially,
I mean,
you're right.
They don't care.
Right.
They ban marijuana, but they just they let these players just take opioid after opioid after opioid.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how bad is that for you?
Oh, of course, you're right. You're 100% right, man.
It's absolutely. They could care less, and they keep proving it to me. They could care less about the players.
Correct.
Could care less. And they prove it over and over.
Goodell
and over
does not care about a single NFL player.
No.
All he cares about is making sure that they're getting their
owners. All he cares about is the owners.
Yeah, correct.
Part of that's on the players too, though. They signed that collective bargaining agreement.
Well, what happened?
2019 is going to be a lockout.
No, 2021.
I know. That's what I said.
It's 2021.
I thought they could walk out on 19th.